You could have a team that's a top three type team and a team that's a bottom three type team, and it's always going to be a close game no matter what. So it can be an interesting game. There's kids that are on each team that have played together growing up. We've seen them, multiple times. We even do some things in the off season with them every year, and so we know who we're versing. We know, and they know who they're versing. We know each other's strengths, each other's weaknesses. And it's just a good opportunity. This is a good team that we're versing. They have, multiple girls on that team that are a problem for us that are going to do a really good job, and we have to figure out ways that we can take away their strengths.
Well, anyone who knows anything about basketball realizes whatever their record is, and I don't remember it off the top, they are a much better basketball team than that. And that's not a knock on anyone. They're one of those teams no one's going to want to play when they're just too talented. Coach Lane is too good a coach, and they always play extremely well against us. It's going to be packed. It always is. It's going to be a great atmosphere. As I told the kids, we have, statistically at least, we have played our best two games the last two games. We're going to have to play better.
They have a pretty well-rounded team. I feel like they have a lot of good shooters. They have a couple good bigs and who can make good post moves. They're kind of similar to us. I feel like they do have a couple more taller girls, but it's still it's going to be a really good battle. I'm just excited for it.
I think we definitely know each other very well. Both teams, we played against them in the holiday tournament, and we know the girls. They all play different sports too. So we know they have shooters and some bigger girls compared to us. So we're just gonna have to be ready and play against those girls who can really shoot.
Definitely, whole city's going to be in attendance, so atmosphere is going to be really loud. And they beat us already this year in the Christmas tournament, so we know what to expect, and I think we're going to come out on top this time.
Expected to be crazy. Nashua North South is, you only get it once a year, and in these games you flush the records out the window. It doesn't matter. We know they beat us in the Christmas tournament, so a little bit of a revenge there. It is revenge. But yeah, we take it just as serious as any other game, and obviously you can say it doesn't mean a lot anymore, but in reality it does. So
as well as we played last Friday against Portsmouth, as well as we played in a tough road win, it always is at Merrimack, we have to be better because North is a very, very good basketball team. Again, unless you just look at the records, everyone knows that.
it was kind of a little bit of everything, just the location of the school, the St. A's coaching staff, Coach Witter and Coach Santos, and the rest of their staff showed a lot of interest in me, and they valued me a lot and how I could fit in and be a impact on the program, and I took that to heart, and I was just ready to I don't know how to say it, I was just super excited to tell them that I was in, and I know it meant a whole lot to me and my family and everyone else. So.
Selfishly, I have a 30-minute drive to go watch and play college basketball, so I love that part of it. But I think it's the perfect fit. Coaching staff made it very clear that he will be welcome there and he will be a contributor. Obviously, he's going to be a freshman, and it's just such a huge change going from Division I basketball to Division II basketball, meaning Division I high school basketball, to really good Division II college basketball. But there is no harder worker I've encountered in the game of basketball. So Josh will do whatever he needs to do, whether it's in the weight room, whether it's shooting thousands of shots a day, which he probably does on a regular basis. I think as I said, the perfect fit. I know he's happy. I know that weight's off his shoulders, but I'm just excited to see how his career plays out. Certainly don't want to rush through these last 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, but the fact that he has that settled, not to mention, it's a fantastic academic institution, so that's more important, grand scheme, so that he can get a great education and then go play really good basketball. He's a gym rat. That's all he wants, and couldn't be prouder. Couldn't be happier for him.
It felt awesome. It's a lot of just relief, you kind of know where you're at next year. You're not scrambling around trying to figure out where you're going to play at, where you're going to be at school. It's a lot easier just to kind of go out there and play basketball and have fun with my best friends and win basketball games. So it's special.
tournament, we had 3 points in the first quarter, 3 points in the second quarter. However, last year when we versed them, we were draining everything. We couldn't miss. So you don't know what you're going to get on Friday, but you just hope that we can control what we can control in the moment and do the best we can to get that win. But you're absolutely right. Like that, the start of that game, we need to come out with the first punch, and that's something that we're going to be talking with our team about. Is we can't wait to get settled in and then pick it up in the second quarter or the second half and hope that kind of builds our momentum. We have to figure out, what happened last time and try to correct that this time so that we're coming out swinging.
We've definitely been focusing like every game, like right before every game, we say like we gotta come out strong, like we can't start slow. And I feel like the last couple of games we've definitely like been coming out a little bit stronger. So we'll be able to continue with that.
I think the start of the game is going to be really important for us. Like if we come out strong and get a good lead, like that'll help us with our momentum. Whether we started like really slow in the other games and we had to play from behind. So I think if we start off like fast and we get a good lead, then it should be good momentum for us for the rest of the game.
We didn't play together. Everything on defense, on offense. I think a lot of that had to do with nerves. Really, it's a lot of their first time playing in a big game like that. There was a good amount of people in that room that they're not used to.
Definitely nerves played a part of it too. A couple of us, like we've struggled like getting in our own heads with like confidence and stuff. So I think that definitely played a part, and just like the crowd was bigger than we're used to. It was louder than we were used to. The nerves definitely contributed.
I think it was like a big game. We're not used to like the big crowds like that, and some of our younger players, it was their first time playing in like a big game like that. And obviously I think some of us were getting in like our own heads, like we weren't hitting like free throws, and that honestly like kind of made the factor of us to lose the game.
Lexi's potential. She's a great player, an even better kid. We've been very proud of her the last couple of weeks. I think at the beginning of the season, she just lacked confidence. She kind of is feeling it out, what she can and cannot do, how she meshes with the rest of the kids. But we gave her those keys the last couple of weeks and said, hey, let's be aggressive. And she has been taking those keys and running with it. But the biggest thing is that she does all the little things right, things that you don't see on stat sheets, all the details on what we teach. She's doing everything right, helping other teammates get open, making great cuts and moving defenders, getting key rebounds. Now she's just doing it with the ball, blowing by people, getting tough layups. We're really proud of her, and the best thing about it is her teammates are so excited when she does all those little things correct, because she needs that confidence.
Lexi's definitely been doing a great job stepping up. She's been hitting threes the last couple of games really well. Even from the beginning of the season, she's always been a great player, who's confident to drive to the hoop. In the last couple of games, it's really shown that she's taking that step forward and getting good minutes.
She's definitely been doing a great job. She's been getting a lot more minutes, and she's just becoming a lot more confident. And she's been doing a good job focusing on the details, and that's just what we need, and that's how you're gonna get minutes. And it's tough as a freshman, and she's just been really doing a good job and working hard.
She's really good with details. She's focusing on doing what we're trying to run, and she's gotten a lot better at reading how to play on pick and rolls and angles and all those things. But she's come a long way. We're really proud of Brooke as well, and she's getting aggressive. We want her to be aggressive. She can shoot outside. She can take it to the hole inside and finish some tough shots, and she has been in those last couple of games. So we definitely wanted her to do it that night. So she had a great game.
I was impressed by her taking it to the hoop and just going up with confidence too, and hitting those layups that were changes the game.
It was definitely great to see Brooke step up in that moment, because obviously we weren't really having a great 3-point shooting night, and for her to kind of take over in that moment and drive and get some good baskets, that was really good to see.
Coming into halftime, you could just see it on their face that this isn't a typical game for them. They weren't feeling as confident. They weren't feeling together, and we couldn't snap out of it. And it just didn't seem like us, because a week ago we were playing pretty well together against Portsmouth and having a really awesome game. So it's just one of those games that it wasn't our night, and unfortunately, yeah, it turned into a loss.
Honestly, like if certain things aren't working for us, we gotta like try to find like different ways to make things better. Like if your shot's not falling, like what else are you doing to like maybe like get a back tip or like something like that, like get a stop on defense, get a big rebound, like a big box out. It's like kind of like what you do that like not necessarily like if it's not working for you, we kind of like telling you like focus on stuff that you can control, like that if your shot's not falling.
Definitely still fighting the whole game. We knew it was going to be a tough game from the get-go because they've been having a great season. Yeah, but we did like we kept putting up a fight. It just didn't go our way. Like shots weren't falling.
Is that we, even despite our mistakes, I mean, even Nicole got in foul trouble, so she had to sit out a lot of the game. We were putting up some tough buckets that weren't who we were as a basketball team. We wanted to cherish possessions, and we weren't doing that. And even despite all those things, like we still had an opportunity to win the game. At the end of the game where we came into a huddle, we talked about making sure we get a rebound on this free throw. We tried to ice whoever was shooting at the time on that second free throw. She ended up missing. They got an offensive rebound, and it really was a tough part of the game because they had possession and it put them back into an advantage for their team. So that was tough, a great learning lesson for our team, and something that we needed to move forward with some big games ahead of us.
Take a step forward from that game. There were a lot of mistakes. We made a lot of missed shots, free throws. We didn't hit that many in the first quarter at all, and that would have changed the game completely. But we can't go back, so it's just moving forward, making sure we really concentrate on hitting those free throws, finishing our layups, because it changes the outcome of the game.
Definitely. I think even though we end up losing the game, there was a lot of good things we did, and it was really good. It was a very good competitive game, so I was just kind of proud of the way we played together.
Either just another step in the wrong direction or a jumping off point for them. So, and they went over to Portsmouth, a buzzer beater to tie it, lost in overtime, heartbreaking, but we just talked about how good Portsmouth is, and they did it on the road on a Tuesday night. That's not an easy task, so, and they were making shots. They were having trouble scoring. There was just that moment, and maybe last night was it. I hope not, certainly going into Friday, but where they broke the ice and they made a bunch of threes, which they certainly can do. They have very good point guard play, obviously. Zay is a fantastic player. And Rodriguez is one of the best players in the state and can take over any game. So we're all aware of that. We're going to have to play really good basketball.
You have to be ready, and I'm confident that we will be ready because that's just how we are, and we know that they're very good. And like you said, they almost beat Portsmouth the other night, so it's not like their record shows really how good they are. They're a lot better than their record is, but we know what's at stake, and we're ready to take full advantage of it.
It's seeing what offense they run, seeing how they play, just getting a feel for them so that when we go into the game that actually matters, we know what to expect. we're all really fired up to go. Like, obviously, huge crowd. So I don't think, like, getting out to a fast start was a problem. But they took an early lead, like 9-5, I think it was. But we bounced back, and after that lead, that was like their only one of the game. So I think we came out pretty good to go.
I think we kind of knew, like you said, they were going to be the more desperate team, so we knew that they were going to come out with a lot of energy, and so were we, but it was going to be completely normal for not us to go down, but them to come out with just a lot of force, and we understood that it was okay to go down 4 or 5 points early, and just we had to stay together, keep our poise, and we knew we were the better team, and we played that way through the rest of
Those
the game.
games, no matter what, how they finish is one thing. How they start always seems to be the same. The quote-unquote underdog seems to get a little bit of lead, and then things come back to the center. So I wasn't surprised by that. I still insist they're a talented team, very well-coached team, so wasn't surprised. They always play their best, especially several of their players play their best against us. So the fact that it was close early and close throughout doesn't surprise me at all. It was just, I'm glad we were able to maintain our poise in a great environment. It was loud, it was a lot of fun. So that, the start didn't surprise me, nor did the finish. We were playing some of our best basketball going into that, and that stayed true throughout that game.
little trap, like kind of like starting a half court and just trying to like speed the game up a little, kind of force turnovers. So we just had to do a good job like slowing it down and like playing at our own pace.
They switched up a little bit of their pressure. They started throwing like two guys like at half court, like trapping when the ball came over half court, and we really weren't ready for that at the time. I think that's when they made their like 6-0 run, maybe to cut it to 6, 7, 8 points. But we made adjustments and we just played off each other, and we ended up getting a few easy hoops, and we just went off from there.
Sometimes it just comes down to substitution patterns or foul trouble. Those are the easy answers, but we, like most high school teams, high school athletes, there's always a lull. Sometimes you get a little too complacent. That sometimes feeds into we bog down offensively. As talented as we are offensively, we bog down, and then that trickles down to our defense. So I think just a little loss of focus, and again, they're good. So the fact that they went on a little run, again, not surprising.
Just because the rivalry, but also I feel like it helps a lot with like the student section, because everybody like from the school goes, and if they see it's like a super fun game and we get a win, I feel like they want to go to more games, and then that helps us like get fired up for games, and then we get momentum.
100%. Just keeping that same energy that we had. Obviously, you could tell that was the most energy and like just high pace game that we've played in all year, and I think like that's something that we need to carry over to every game to beat the best teams in the state, and I think that's a great way to like set the tone for us and be like that the rest of the way out.
The one way we notice it is during the game and then the next day in school, because if you polled most of the students and even teachers in the building, they might think we only have one game per year. That's it. We play North, and so when we win, we're pseudo-celebrities. When we lose, yikes. So I think the kids feed off of that. What high school kid wouldn't, when everyone in the halls says congratulations and gives you a high five or whatnot? But knowing that it's almost as if it's a hurdle you have to get through, and then the rest of the season can commence. So yes, the momentum's there. Just as we've talked about too many times, sure, great, we won. Oh yeah, we have Bedford next. So there are no easy games. So yes, you enjoy the win, whatever it is, for the 24 hours, and then you have to move on, or you're just gonna, failure's right around the corner.